Hello everybody, and thanks for checking out this video and podcast. So we're going to release this as a podcast, and it's also a member video on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by just kind of discussing a little bit of our goals, and then I'll do a little playing, and we'll get started. So what we're going to do is take a melody note and a chord and just see if we can find a voicing that will fit well, and hopefully this will stimulate some ideas on arranging and things that you may end up doing. Okay, so I'll play a little bit here to warm us up, and then we'll get started. Okay, so let's get going. So that was over the changes for what is this thing called Love. So we're in the key of C. We begin here on the melody note of B flat. Okay, so how would we harmonize that? So one of the things that we want to think about is, we'll get into some of these choices and why they matter, is what kind of voicing are you using. So if you've got a guitar, typical guitar voicing, that's going to oftentimes fall into drop 2 or drop 3 type voicings. So the drop 2 it's going to be more like kind of consecutive strings. So let's focus on that one for this voicing. We have B flat. Now if we play a root position, then we're going to end up with that B flat on the top note, right? So we get G, D flat, F, and B flat. Okay, so that's a root position. And then we're going, our next melody note is the root note, so we go the third inversion of that chord to get the root note on top. Okay. And now we get into the new chord. So we have C7 flat 9. Let's cover the C7 first. If we play a second inversion, then we end up with that B flat on top. Now if we replace the root note with the flat 9, then we get the C7 flat 9. Now if we're playing, let's say minus the root, or maybe we have a bass player and they may be playing the root, so then you might, this would be definitely a good choice. But if you're kind of practicing on your own, you might play a C just to hear that, since we did replace that root note with the flat 9. Now let's take a step back a little bit, because we do have this G which rings over into the C chord change, so we could make a little adaptation to that chord, right? Okay, so let's back up from the beginning. So we have the B flat, melody note, G minor 7 flat 5. We go down to the third inversion, and then we can maybe keep that ringing, and then if we drop the very lowest note of that voicing down, then we end up with the C7 flat 9. And then we're just keeping that note ringing. And then we could take that exact same shape, 3 frets to the right. Okay, and then we end up with the C7 flat 9, B flat on top. Now let's take a look at the next melody note. We have the A flat, okay, and we have an F6 chord, F minor 6. Okay, so now I'm playing a root position. We've got F, C, D, and A flat. Okay, so let's hear how this sounds. We have the G minor 7 flat 5. We're moving down, changing the chord voicing, moving it up, and then into the F minor 6 chord. Okay. All right, so there are a few voicings on it. So let's do maybe a little playing on the F minor 6. Give ourselves a little break. Take some time to digest that, and I'll play a little bit without. I'll drop out the keyboard sound, and see if we can play maybe some more voicings and things to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so there's maybe a little bit of idea. Some of the voicings that you might come across in comping, so I was kind of mixing those in a little bit, and I started with a lot of the voicings that we began with in this talk. So let's find a few more here. Okay, so notice this F minor 6 could actually use this very same voicing for the D minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and then we go into, we get the G. Okay, so we can just open that up. So that's third position, so we can take the finger 2 away. Okay, now let's check out this, this chord. So we can, let's say, take that, and maybe play this voicing, or keep that note ringing, right? And then change this into this, right? So what is this? So we had F, C, and D. Change that into F, B, and D sharp, right? And then keep that top note ringing. Okay, and then we're right in position for this D sharp in the melody, and then we could play C. We could play a real straightforward C major on third position. We got C, G, B, E, so holding a C major 7 chord there. Okay, so that's the idea, and that's gonna work well for pretty much all the A sections. We'll have some little variation to it. Let's see, the second A. We can have this little chromatic movement. Okay, now instead of going up to the C major 7, maybe we'll go down to C6. Make it feel really final there. Okay, let's do a little more playing with the tune. Just kind of improvising. Take a little break here, and then we'll get into the bridge. Okay, well, let's dig into the bridge here a little bit. So we start out with C minor, and we have E flat and the melody. So we have the root position. It's going to work really well with this drop 2 voicing. Okay, and then we go to the root note, another drop 2 voicing, third inversion. Now that's gonna ring over, and so we could adjust our fingers if we want to make an arrangement. So this sort of important distinction is kind of figuring out some voicings that work as opposed to necessarily working out an arrangement. So here we could have this note on the bottom move down, and we'd have an F9. Okay, and then we go up. So E flat, the root will do the second inversion of the F7. And then you could, change it up, add color to it, make a 9. Okay, and then now we could go up to third inversion to play the root note, and then back to second inversion, and then third on top. Then we have root position. Okay, so you'll become familiar with some of these voicings. So the third on top, root position, right? Flat 7 on top, the second inversion. So some of these patterns just kind of do hold over. All right, let's check out the A flat 7. So we're gonna have 9, the root on top, or the third on top, excuse me, root position. Okay, and then the root, so third inversion. Okay, get the 9, so play the 9 there, or we could also adapt some of the other inversions, and then D minor 7 flat 5, G7. Now we have a B flat. That's a sharp 9. So it's important to know, what how the melody relates to the chord that you're on. Okay, well, let's do maybe just one more little bit of a playing session. And I'll take it kind of slow this time. And let me know if you have any questions on this, and I'll be glad to help you out with it further. All right, everyone. Thanks for checking out this talk. So remember, this is available as a podcast and as a member video on the YouTube channel for this session. So hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Talk to you all in the next one.